So it's 7 a.m. I took my sourdough yesterday out. It's pretty liquidy, so it's okay. I'll feed it right now, and I'll wait until it's the peak. Earlier you feed it, better it is, because you have more time in the afternoon to prep it, because it takes a lot of time. Alright, so the filling's ready. Should look like that.
About an hour before you reach the peak, you'll have to mix 500 grams of flour and 350 grams of warm water. You're going to mix perfectly together, and the dough should be a little like broken. It's normal, and you just have to cover it with a plastic wrapper and just wait for about an hour. When your sourdough reaches peak, you're gonna add 110 grams of it, and you're gonna mix it well, doing a slow motion. It will definitely be sticky and stick to your hand. So when it's well mixed, you're gonna add about 10 grams of salt and keep mixing too. Also, you're gonna add a little bit of water just to make sure the salts get dissolved really well into the dough. And when it's well mixed, you're just gonna cover it with a plastic wrapper and let it sit for about 10 minutes. During that time, I took the opportunity to refit the starter to make sure that it was ready for the next time I will do sourdough bread. Once the 10 minutes are done, you're just gonna put a little bit of water into your hand and do some things called stretch and fold. So you're gonna stretch the dough and fold it back, turn it for a quarter, stretch the dough, and fold it back on top. You're gonna do that for about 10 minutes. So after the 10 minutes are done, you're just gonna let it for an hour and do one set of stretch and fold. Set it for an hour, do one stretch and fold, and do that until it look jiggling and have a lot of bubbles on top. It can take, for me, 5 hours, but maybe it can take only 2 hours. You can have bigger bubbles than me too, because it will be better. Once you're ready, you're just gonna take it out of the bowl on a counter with a little bit of flour on top. Just let it go out without touching it. When the dough is fully on the counter, you're just gonna make it a tight bowl. Make sure it's really tight, and you're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes like that. It's just gonna relax a little bit. During that time, you can just prep your banneton and put a little bit of flour on top. When the 10 minutes are done, you're just gonna put a little bit of flour on top, and you're gonna scoop it under and turn it upside down. After that, you're just gonna stretch it to look like a rectangle. You can stretch it pretty easily, and you're just gonna fold it one side on top of the other. And after, we're gonna roll it together. That step will may be a little sticky, so you have to be quick. While you're rolling the dough, make sure it's really tight and it's not loose. When the dough is ready and you roll it pretty tight, you're just gonna have to scoop it under and put it upside down in the banneton. You're just gonna spread a little bit of flour on top, plastic wrapper, and let it sit for about an hour. Once an hour is done, you're just gonna push it a little bit, and if the dough is not going up really fast like this, that means it's ready, so you can put a full wrapper on and put it in the fridge overnight. The next morning, it's cooking time, so you're gonna put the oven at 500 Fahrenheit, and you're gonna put the Dutch oven in it like that. It's also warming up. When it's ready, you take your banneton out of the fridge and you put it upside down on a parchment paper. And this is the moment when you can get creative and you can just cut it whatever you want it to look like. You can just do simple or just really big design. When you're ready, you just have to put the parchment paper with the dough in the Dutch oven for about 20 minutes. And you also can add some ice cube to make sure that with the steam, the inside will cook well and would be pretty soft. After 20 minutes in the oven, you'll have to drop the temperature to 450 and take the lid off for about 30 to 35 minutes. And once those 35 minutes are done, you can just take it out and you have a nice bread ready. Hope you enjoy it.